Hi, I'm Dong Gong on behalf of Vector Architects. We are our architecture office in Beijing, established in 2008, so it's been 70 years. I think a good architecture is a role of mediating between different factors. The architecture has to be responsive, has to be reactive instead of a dead object. In terms of the structuring of our office, we divided our team into a smaller team responding to different projects, but ultimately all the important decisions are still made based on my involvement. This is the essential design philosophy for Vector Architects. Each project, you have different, unique, specific conditions. So the architecture has always to be respectful to such conditions, but architects has to pay a lot of time and energy in such kind of responsive design process. We still keep on one office in Beijing, but every project will send a site architect to the specific location, starting from the beginning of the construction. And literally, the architect work together with the construction team. I think we keep on doing that, and I think we'll do that forever, because this is the fundamental value of Vector Architects, to eventually the architecture essential quality is the base on the building stuff. I think the challenging part of the 𝗟𝗲𝗰𝘁𝘂𝗿 project is how we manipulate the relationship between new and old. On one hand, we have to make sure that original structure, the factory, has to still keep on to be the dominating figure, the spiritual role of the entire compound. But the new architecture has to be somehow responding to this design mechanism. Eventually, we come up with the design idea that materiality is the most important thing to build up this harmonic relationship, but at the same time to bring some new essence into this project by this invented technique of the concrete hollow block. That's it. I think, of course, architect together with the design architecture has to be corresponding to the issues like the climate crisis and etc. This is one part of the task that architects has to have this consciousness to achieve. But what I like to address is never forget there's another part in architecture, which is something related to the spirit. Something is hard to verbalize, to describe by scientific data, but it's the internal meaning of architecture. So I think the good architecture always play a good balance between these two parts.